Oh, come on, why the fuck are you doing this to me? We see the city from above, covered in white mist, thick and thin. And we see a raven passing across it. Massive wings beating. And as it passes, we see cracks in the mist. Camera follows the raven for a moment, then dives towards the ground. And sitting on a roof, rubbing its paws, is a little black rabbit with bright red eyes. And the rabbit says, "Well, fuck that then." It's the next morning. Baco has a class in the morning. What are the students like, Baco?
Well, they're a mixed group. Tend to be from the lower end of the socio-economic class system. Plenty of them. A surprising amount of them, Baku has caught stealing things from the dojo and has hence converted them into students as a result.
Stuff to steal in the dojo?
Well, no, but that's part of the training. It's like, there's nothing here to worth stealing. So not only are you on the wrong path, you're really bad at it, so let's just train you up to be like a ninja or something. And that has worked. That's like the story of maybe 50% of the students that he has. And the other half are like, there's a couple of like really privileged kids who get dropped off by their parents, and this is like their first time around children of a different social status. But it's mostly just kids who have not got what they deserved in life. Essentially, that's the story across the board, and Baku's trying to be that. Succeeds a lot of the time, fails sometimes, but that failure and him owning up to his failures kind of has ingratiated him with his students, if you see what I mean.
Yeah.
So, yeah. They've got a good relationship, but they are a bit scrappy, and he's Baku, so you could imagine.
The session comes to an end. The kids don't seem to care about how scruffy the dojo's looking. The taped over window panes, the mats that are kind of moth-eaten. All of them at the end are exhausted but happy as they pack up their stuff. Who are you wanting to talk to?
I think I'm going to start with one of the more like upper class kids. I have a feeling that if they haven't like been working a job, that they may have some kind of connection to the up and up world of city politics. So that may be a way in.
The first one you come across is Tiffany Granger. She's 17 years old. Was very shy when she first came to you. Her dad had brought her saying it would be good to, get her toughened up, had heard good things about you, slipped you a good wad of money when she started. It took her a while to come out of her shell, but when she did, she is a genuinely lovely person.
Oh, one thing. What's the name of the political candidate again?
Davina Ali.
Davina Ali. Okay. Hey, Tiffany. Gotta say, really nailed that dragon twist. That was pretty sweet, if I do say so myself. And I do,
Thank
because
you.
I'm
I've
the
been
sensei
practicing
here.
a week. You did
I mean,
a really great job teaching me.
Now that is why I do this. That right there is why I do this. So, Tiffany, I was hoping to ask you some things. There appears to be a bit of an adventure going on in my life at the moment. I'll tell you all about it afterwards, like I always do when it's done. But wondering if you could let me in on some information about Davina.
Davina? Davina who?
That last name immediately fell out of my head.
Ali.
Davina Ali.
Oh,
you know
the
her?
one that's going to be mayor. Yeah, Mum and Dad like her.
Yeah? What do your mum and dad say about her?
Oh, they think she's the right person to get rid of the corruption, I think they were saying. In Town Hall, City Hall.
Yeah, that corruption is that I'm totally aware of in City Hall is really bad.
Of course, yes. The city is, there's a lot of organised crime, a lot of people getting away with shit they shouldn't do.
So, like Gotham, but magic, basically.
Like England.
Okay. Yeah. All right, that really helps. I've got a very, very particular picture now. Perfect.
Yeah.
So, have your parents? Are they in? Have they been getting involved in local politics, donating, attending benefits, that kind of thing?
Oh, they're always donating, attending benefits, things. But they had me out the other week delivering, handing out flyers for her. Says it builds character.
Do you agree with her political viewpoints?
17. She doesn't like there being. She doesn't think people should be poor. She doesn't think people should be having to sleep on the streets. I kind of like that. I mean, what happens when you go out of business, or even when you having to sleep on the street? No.
Well, hey, don't you worry about me. The streets are going to be afraid of me.
Stops and looks at you. I can believe that. I mean, do you need something? Do you want to get to meet her or something? I could ask Daddy if he could help.
I may need that, yes, but not at the moment. But can I text you if that changes?
Of course. Does your phone still work?
Yes, my phone still works. Baku's a little offended at that, but then quickly checks his phone to make sure it does still work. And yes, it does still work. It's like,
your students look out for you.
I appreciate that you're looking out for me. Would I be able to ask another student some stuff? Somebody from more of the rougher end of town?
Of course. Who are you asking now?
See, here's the thing. I haven't invented all of the students. I don't know.
Then make up a name.
Okay.
What do you think
Benny, get over here.
Benny comes over. There's a little bit of snot running down his nose. He's perpetually having a runny nose. Yeah, Baku?
Gotta say, your tulip swan needs a little bit of work, but I like the progress you've made. I do. But your tulip swan, well, you kind of want your enemy bleeding after you've done it, and I don't think you're going to get there yet.
I don't really like blood, though. It's I'd rather, just have them feeling a little bit.
No one likes blood, Benny, but sometimes blood needs to be spilled. Like, in the
back, little Kevin goes, I like blood. And someone else smacks him across the back of the head.
Gold star. For whoever said that. No, there's some chart somewhere, gold stars, you get 10, you get a Snickers or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Although in your dojo, so you're throwing ninja stars at them and they're bleeding off the
yes. Baki throws a ninja star at the grid and gives that kid an extra star. I'm liking this. I'm liking this. So Benny, you've taken like a catering jobs.
No, never. Oh
Well,
yeah, I've got one coming up.
Oh
Do
yeah.
you need a job? I mean, I know you're.
I may need to
this
text you about that later. It may become a push comes to shove kind of situation with that, but that's not really why I'm asking. Are you working the benefit for the Davina, the political candidate?
There's a couple of benefits coming up. There's a couple of arseholes running. I and that woman, Davina. She seems alright. She always gives a good tip.
So when you've been working her events, have you heard anything like that made you basically what's the word on the streets, as it were?
Rubs his nose again. I don't really know. People seem to like her though.
Okay. I will say that if you are working in food, you might want to work on the nose situation just a little bit. Might want to work on that.
I can see that if I can. Yeah. I've got hankies stuffed up my sleeve. It's really good, except in summer. In summer it's terrible because I can't get my hankies.
I'm trying to work out, has there been a pandemic in this universe or not? If not,
no, but I think Benny might start one.
Yeah, I think Benny's patient zero.
Yeah.
Now,
Benny just sneezing at the other shitballs.
Baku decides to leave that particular thing and just moves straight on past to. So how many events have you worked for political candidates? Like, what's the Venus competition like?
They don't tip as well. Oh, but there's 2 coming up this weekend. I'm not sure which one I'm working. Might need some staff.
You know, been thinking about it. Think I could do with a couple of shifts. Would you be able to help me out, Benny?
I think you could too. Aye, I'll give your number to Chris.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
There's a hiring. You'll be sure she'll get you in. I'll try and get you into that Davina one because, better tips and.
I do like tips.
Aye, so do I. You should see the one I got the other day. It's cracker.
Like, how much more does she tip?
Well, the last one I got 150.
It's dollars in this universe, right?
Yeah. It's Baku bucks.
That's a lot for a tip. I thought it'd be like 20 or something at most.
Oh, she gives all the staff a shitload of money.
So either she is a very, very caring lefty type, or she's loaded, or she wants to buy people and get them on side.
Oh, she wants to buy me. I'm up for it. I've really need
Be
that
careful
money.
who you say that to, Benny. Those words have been the start of sentences that have ended very darkly for people. And I'm just going to leave it at that. Value yourself, Benny.
Look, I need my nose spray, and if I need to get it, I'll get it. Hankies are no cheap, you know.
Fucking Benny, man. Benny, like...
I don't know why Benny is the way he is, but he is.
Practice some face hygiene, Benny.
He takes his sleeve and just runs it along. It's like the longest nose run. Right, no, I'll get Chris to give you a call. I think Saturday night. But do you have something good to wear? Because it looks up and down. I don't think you'll get away with that gear.
I'll find something. I'll find something from the closet in my shadows.
I'm off. I need to get to the shops before they shut. 3 tankies.
Don't worry. I can present myself.
Oh no, I know. Just
I've been having my status in the one question by 2 of my students this week. I can't believe it. All right, Benny. Thank you very much. Maybe I'll see you on Saturday. And again, might want to try and figure something out with the nose situation if you're going to be in and around food.
Especially, is your phone working? Because I don't want to give Chris your number and then she can't get hold of you.
My phone is operational. I can take a call.
Good. Because when it went happen like last time, we'll try to get hold of you. No one could for about a month.
That was like a one-time thing where a guy took
Twice.
my phone and demanded that I pay all my bills until I get it back. That's not likely to happen again. By the way, Benny, if that ever happens to you, never answer the door.
I
If they
don't
say
have a door.
collections, you just leave that door shut. Legally, they can't get you. See?
See, that's why you're the sensei and I'm just here learning.
Back here, Joyce. Someone in the world believing he's wise for a second, and then just like, all right, Benny, off you go. Good session today. Keep that progress going. So I text. So Benny texts the gang. I'm gonna text Faye.
Does
Scarlet.
Benny text them really?
Sorry?
Benny text them?
Oh, I'm texting what? I'm very confused.
So am I. It's all right.
I'll text the gang basically alerting them, hey, I've maybe got it in.
Scarlett, you are in your psychology class. The teacher is the professor, teacher, whatever, is droning on about Pavlov and his dogs. When he starts going into the more lurid details of it, the bits people don't usually talk about, you feel a scratch at your leg. You look down, you see a little shadow of a rabbit trying to get your attention. Boss.
Just gonna make sure no one else is paying attention.
Everyone is sleeping as this professor goes through Pavlov for like the 50th time.
Great.
Except the one little guy who really likes the details. And you're like, oh, I'll stay with him.
Just gonna lay him down and be like, did you find anything?
Got any carrots?
In my room, I didn't expect you to show up to my class. I thought you would be waiting for me back at the dorm, so I didn't bring any kids. But did you find anything?
Well, the bastard Raven got away. But I asked around, there's a couple of fairies, demons, pixies kicking about, and greased a few pans, talked to some people. Turns out it's called Mundane Joe.
Mm-hmm.
He's a really rude bastard. Not like me. I mean, I'm cute as fuck. But he works for some women. And he tends to be around just before and just after fights. Like big fights. Like he looks at you. You're kind, their fights.
Okay. So
I can find out more, but I need some carrots and maybe $50.
Okay, no money. We had this discussion. Your payment is carrots. You understand?
Yeah, but I need to, other people want money. Have you tried giving a demon a fucking carrot to get some information? No, doesn't work.
You're a rabbit
already.
What are you gonna do with Oliver? What are you gonna do with the $50? You're a rabbit and a shadow. What are you gonna do with it?
Well, there's this club down the road, and it's called Jessica's Place, and I was just wanting to go in. There's some really good information in there. I'm certain of it, but there's an entry fee and drink minimum. Anyway, right, okay, no problem. I'm going to go get the carrots, and I'm going to go and try and find out some more.
Okay.
Right.
If you can find out something very interesting, I will give you the 50 plus an extra 25, so $75, my guy.
You hear a kind of shadowy thump as it starts scratching. Right, I'll be back by tonight.
Okay.
The guy who's paying extra attention to class is looking over at you, kind of eyebrow raised.
I'm on the phone. Can I help? Like, she's gonna look back with it.
Fucking Bluetooth. It turns back. class comes to an end. Back at your apartment, you see the carrots have been taken and a beer's been opened.
God, stupid. He's such an alcoholic. What am I going to do anyways?
So, what's your plan, Scarlett?
So Baku did text us about the banquet there,
Yes.
correct? Okay. What day is it right now? In this
It is Thursday.
It's Thursday. Okay, so
And Saturday night is the what do you call it? You would have seen around about campus, the more politically active students. I have a lot of them carrying, wearing badges, buttons for her. Some as well for the what do you call it? Their opposition. But many more for her. You think you even remember seeing, one of those tables out on the quad, people trying to get people to sign up, get people interested in voting.
she will respond to the text and then tell them what Oliver told her, and then they're like a bar you can go to.
There's this place called Jessica's just
Aku texts back. What the fuck is a bunny going to do with $75? And more importantly, can I have it instead?
she'll be like, I'm not gonna give him actually $75. I'll give him like $75 in carrots.
just dump this massive bag of carrots on him.
Baku just replies entirely in emojis of thumbs ups and hearts.
So I think you were wanting to have a look about a list of names as well.
Yes.
Well, where are you going? What are you actually going to do?
Because I know last time when she pulled up, like typed in the names, it was like basic stuff, like their social media profile. So she's gonna go stalk their social medias.
Fair enough. Who are you going
Every
to
college
stalk
student.
first?
I don't remember the list. There were so many names. Jesus. Okay.
Oh, he wasn't on it.
Okay, so we're gonna say there was a Jason. So she's gonna stalk his social media.
Roll and investigate, please. And you can use, I think, students something or other. So communication student. And, what else? No, I think that's it for a moment.
Okay. Oh, sorry,
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
Okay. So ask me a question then about Jason.
Is he so Jason, is he what is his age? Like, is he like a college student, or is he older? Or
Jason is a college student, but has been a college student for what seems like a very long time. Like one of those people that have been going to college for about 10 years. you've seen the picture of them, you don't remember seeing about campus or anything, but I mean, there's quite a lot of students. But going through, you said you were stalking the posts. Something's kind of strange about them. Like when people feed social media posts into something like OpenAI, and it then just generates posts that are meant to seem like human. That's what his posts seem like. There doesn't seem to be a lot of sense to them. I mean, they make sense, but it doesn't seem to be any coherence behind them. You got an 8. I thought you got a 12. Wait a minute. You rolled twice there, didn't you?
Yes, because it didn't take the first one.
No, it did. That's cool.
Okay.
So
I rolled twice back because it was slow on my end.
No, it's cool. It's just so that I didn't give you the negative bits from down there, because that would have been bad.
Yeah, then she will take screenshots of those posts and just save them in case.
One thing that does apply to you is, you're going through their various likes and whatever else, and there's no other political likes there. But there's likes for posts from the Davina Ali campaign. And you see a lot of likes for Webflow content. Webflow is like a kind of news aggregator sort of thing, but that does its own news, mostly gossip. What do you got? Celebrity stuff, political stuff. Every time there's something going on, there's some Webflow story over it.
Yeah, she's just gonna gather as much information as she can, just in case they need it for later.
Mm-hmm. You find out a lot. The pictures of Jason all seem kind of stock photo-ish as well. I mean, they're not so, but the poses are all as if he's been standing there, for look at your watch, things like that. But yeah, you're able to get all those details. You're able to see the places that he goes every so often. I mean, a good internet stalking, you get quite a lot. You can go through some other people on the list, and most of them seem just normal people. 2 more are extremely similar to Jason. One is Jared, and one is Jane.
So those 3, she's taking very screenshots of their posts. Because they kind of seem sus. And everyone else seems like they're normal people. The other ones seem maybe robots or fake accounts. Either way, sus.
They're red as sus. Okay, cool. Yeah, that would be good. Sorry, just reading a message. Apologies. Yeah. So you get all those details. You I'd said that Jason had been studying for a long time. It also seems to be, I think the US call it their major. So what the actual focus of the study is. All 3 of them seem to have been doing that. And some of the posts go back a good 10 years.
Okay. She's going to send some of the stuff she screenshotted to the group chat. And so just Jason guy apparently has been a college student for 10 years. That does not scream something's fishy here. I don't know what does.
You hear a bottle get knocked over. And the rabbit comes out. A kind of shadowy bird comes out. I didn't think you'd be back. Got any whiskey?
You just drunk a Bruh, you just had a can of beer. You only get one. You get one.
Well,
There's-
how come you get more? I don't see that. I don't think that's very fair. I think we need to kind of work on the details of this relationship here. I mean, I'm the one that's running about, jumping over the roofs of buildings and chasing down fucking ravens. Do you know what ravens do to rabbits? I mean, okay, granted, I'm a shadow. Can't do it, but still, the fear is there.
But Oliver, sweet, sweet little Oliver, you want to go back with the other shadows? I picked you specifically because I believed in you. Okay?
Oliver's leg thumps and scratches. Yeah, okay. I'll be back tonight. Keep a beer for me. And jumps out the window. And just
You're
as
the
it
only
goes
one
out
that
into
drinks
the
beer,
light,
Oliver.
just a little bowl of beer. It jumps out into the light. It becomes very like gossamer, and only you could tell that it was there because you know already. Faye, you were standing outside of the campaign headquarters of one Davina Alley. Posters up over the windows. The street roundabout is fairly busy. Cars parked along it. Various shops up and down the road. It's not the most affluent part of town, but it's also not the so dingiest. There's people coming in and out, all different ages, all seem to be very upbeat. What do you want to do?
I head in.
Inside, as I said, there's lots and lots of people busy. There's people on the phone. There's people copying things, printing things out, talking loudly, coffee. Everything is very. There's a very busy atmosphere, as if everyone is. I got something to do. Very perky young man comes up to you. Hi, can I help you? And hands you a badge right away. Are you here? Are you a volunteer?
Yeah. I was hoping to present my skill sets to someone here.
Oh, sure. Can you just give me some details here? What's your name?
My name's Faye De Winter
That's a lovely name.
of the De Winters.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Writing down. And what skills do you have that could benefit the campaign?
Well, I think I'm young. I'm hip. I support the entire,
Hip.
free everyone kind of mentality that's going on here.
Emancipation. Yeah.
Exactly. And I
Doggy! Oh, you've got a
Exactly.
dog. I love
Yes.
it. Oh, and he goes up and starts up in the Ira.
Ira,
It's such a cute
exactly.
puppy.
And Ira is my big marketing point. Wouldn't he be like a lovely mascot for your campaign? Look at him.
Well, it's not really my campaign. I'm just helping out. Davina actually likes to get to know the volunteers. If she can, and she's here in this office today. If you want to head through to the back, the puppy can go with you.
Oh, that would be great. That'd be
yeah,
great.
yeah. And you go. Here you go, and gives you another badge. Remember, don't forget to vote for Davina. She could make the change.
She could make the change.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, so I give off that rock and roll vibe, and I turn around and kind of stroll towards the back.
As you're heading towards the back, you hear voices kind of raised. There's, it's open floor. There's the big so pillars between. There's lots of noise going on, but there's a desk that seems to have been kind of set aside at the back. And a woman you can see that is Davina Alley is standing and arguing with someone. Another woman smaller than Davina is. So Davina's quite a tall, broad woman. Very, it's something very intimidating about her. And for all that she's, it seems like a very happy person, but when she's speaking just now, she seems agitated, seems angry. I don't care what your boss says. I do not want a fundraiser from him. I do not need his money. I don't care if he's donated already. I do not need any flattering pieces about me on his website. He can leave me alone. But look, Miss Ali, he says to tell you that it's all forgiven. That he will only write good things about you. He wants you to succeed. He thinks you'd make a great mayor. I don't care what he says. I do not want anything from him. I do not want coverage by your fucking Webflow at all. Now, fuck off. But Miss Ellie, you can't say that to potential voters. Fuck off.
I think you heard the lady.
The woman turns round. She looks kind of, she's very well dressed. And has a kind of smarmy look about her face. And who might you be? The phone comes out and the camera flipped up, looking at you.
What's this?
You joined our conversation.
Of
Who are
course.
you?
That doesn't matter, but I can see you're clearly harassing this woman while she's trying to do her job.
I'm pretty sure the mural candidate can speak for herself. Can't you, Davina? Just get out. Davina sits down. Look, I'll speak to him and get back to you. I really think that you two could work
You
magic
heard her.
together.
Please leave.
Your family. Excuse me, miss. Looks up and down. Whatever. We'll get back to you in a minute. By the way, my name is Christina, and holds out her hand.
I just stare her down.
And you might be. The phone's gone now. It's put away.
This is Ira, by the way.
Ira growls slightly. Ah. Do you happen to have a license for that dog?
Of course I
The
do.
phone is out again, being filmed. And a leash and a muzzle. Davina stands up and actually pushes the woman out. Just fucking leave. Tell him I don't care if he's family. He can fuck off. Davina then pets Ira and sits back down at her desk, rubs her eyes. And who are you?
I'm Faye de Winter.
Wait,
I
don't
came.
you sing down at the Merry Monk?
I do. From time to time, I sing down at the Merry Monk. Yeah, Gary lets me play. He's such a sweet guy.
Yeah, I think I've heard you. You were quite good.
Thanks.
A little bit raw, but yeah. Sorry, what can I do for you? How can I help? I don't think we're in need of musicians at the moment. Maybe for the
Actually-
victory party.
Actually, my question would be, how can I help? I mean, I don't mean to butt in or anything, but it seems like someone's harassing you, and I think maybe I could help you out.
She looks at you for a second. They say that a good political campaign runs like clockwork. It means if something expected comes along, either it gets ground into dust, or it fucks everything up royally, grinding everything to a halt. So what are you, Mr. Winter?
She doesn't fuck around, and I love her. I absolutely love her.
I've been
Sorry,
working on her all week.
she's really good. Well done.
I would consider myself a clockwork enthusiast, maybe. I read things about great kingdoms built on clockwork.
That's be that as it may. What do you think you could? How do you think you could help me become mayor? Why are you here?
I think that the city needs change. And I think that certain clues have maybe kind of led me to you. And I have friends in different places, and I think that would benefit you.
Give me a convince roll, please.
Do I get to use any tags?
What do you think? Tell me, darling.
Yeah.
I think that might be, well, rumor has it. Possibly as well.
Yeah.
But you can take a -2 to that as well.
I get to take a -2 to that.
Yes.
So it's actually worth nothing.
Straight roll. That's a straight
Okay.
roll.
And convince.
Yes.
Okay. A mild success.
What status would you like to give her?
Ooh. Convinced.
Let's say receptive rather than
Receptive.
convinced.
Okay.
There's something about you, Mr. Winter. There's something interesting. I said we didn't have any need for musicians, but I am having a fundraiser this weekend, and I think, you know, it's generally kind of rich, uptight people come to these things. Maybe we could shake things up with a little more indie music.
Yeah, that sounds great.
What do you need for? Do you have a band? Do you sing alone? Does this lovely big hunk of dog need to come with you?
Well, Ira goes wherever I go, of course. If that's all right. He's no trouble either. He usually sleeps through most of my set.
He's already sleeping at Davina's feet.
Otherwise,
comfortable.
Just the possibility to have a couple of drinks and
the bar is always open, darling.
And maybe
I could not make it through one of those events without a drink or two.
Maybe a place to put up a hat or something.
I'm sure that can be arranged.
I can bring the rest, just like a little merch stand where I can maybe sell my stuff. And
I think maybe a merch stand might be too much at a political event, but maybe I can see a way to getting some of them to spend some money on you after.
And yeah, I kind of have a road crew. I know I hope it's not asking too much, but they're kind of there for my security and also for it's my manager and kind of my bodyguard as well. And my hairstylist. I can't do those things by myself, but they are very capable people. And
she looks at your hair. I can see that, dear. Look, you can bring your friends. I'll give you the tickets. They can even have a seat at one of the tables. And I really do not like these things. And some other people maybe make it a little bit more interesting.
Okay.
I do want one promise though. You do not speak to anyone from Webflow about anything to do with the campaign.
To anyone from whom?
Webflow. You would know who
Webflow.
Webflow
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
Okay. Of course not. No.
Oh, sorry, quick question. Webflow are basically kind of like Fox News, I'm guessing.
No, more like what you call it?
Facebook.
TMZ.
Oh, TMZ.
Yeah.
Oh.
With
That's-
slightly more serious side to it as well.
Like TMZ meets BuzzFeed.
No, they're a little bit more like the
Like TMZ meets Fox News.
Got it.
no, because
Perfect.
they're not necessarily right wing.
Infowars.
They're shitty. They're a bit shitty.
They can do a lot of good, but they can be a little shitty too, and they tend to have
Well, they're a
dirt
major
on
media
everyone.
outlet. That's kind of their
Exactly.
jam. That's all I need to know.
But-
Thank you.
They are very entertaining, to say the least.
Don't worry. I never had a knack for spiders, and I kind of wink at her.
I get along with them fairly well, in all honesty. But since a relative of mine has rather too much to do with Webflow for my tastes, I don't really want him getting any information about me that I do not want.
Family, right?
Yeah. Family. Now, if you'll excuse me, I do have to go and talk to some rather stuffy politicians about
Right.
what concessions they think that I will make in order to get to become mayor. I have to disabuse them of these notions, but yeah, it won't be long.
I pull out a business card from Ira's collar and I hand it to her and I'm like, here are my contact details in case you need to get in touch with me. Email, phone number, social media, all the important things.
When your fingers touch your hand, in the back of your mind, you see a massive tree burst into a red sky.
Okay.
You see an owl sitting on the branch, its head slowly twisting, and then your back just burst into the back of your head and was gone. Are you okay, dear?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm sorry. I sometimes I drift off just planning things in my head.
Okay. Then I have your number. I will
Yeah.
send you the invites. You can
All right.
bring up to 3 people. And of course,
Okay.
Adam.
Thank you so much. That's so great. Thank you.
And
Thank
remember, if anyone from Webflow approaches you, please just don't, okay?
My lips are webbed shut, if you know what I'm saying.
Puns. That's great.
I
Thank you.
got him.
Yeah. Looking forward to hearing you play.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
As you're going out, you're given another few what do you call them? Stickers and badges and leaflets.
Mm.
Somehow Ida ends up with a couple of stickers stuck on him, but he really does not give a shit. But when you get outside, you hear the growl. Sorry, I recognised you. I'm really sorry about what was going on there with Miss Ali. I wasn't meaning to. Yeah. I can't think of words. Assault her to impose myself upon her. My boss is related to her, and I'm really sorry, but I remember I saw you
who's
the
your
other week.
boss? Who's your boss?
My boss likes to remain, on the QT.
Okay.
Just saying my boss
Are
is
you
enough.
talking to me because of work?
No. Well, yes, because of work, but not because of what happened in there. I saw you the other week. Is that one of your concerts?
Okay.
Where we'd got a couple of things. There's a review in the pipeline. When are you playing again? Because I thought I might want to, get some more up to date.
Oh, geez. Whew. I don't know. I think the next things I'm doing are very kind of like secluded events, not in town. Sorry.
But you're going out of the city.
I think so. Yeah. I have to check. I don't have my calendar in my head. I'm so sorry. Artist
Hand your
brain.
card.
I look at it. What does the card say?
It's what did I say? Christina. Let's see, Christina Kent. Lots of Chris's. Email address, Webflow, ID, Twitter, blah 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 blah. All of it on there. Just let me know, and I will. If I can't come, then my friend Kev down at he's on the entertainment desk. He'll be there. He was the one that took me last time. But yeah, would love to do a review of you. And again, sorry about what happened in there.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm kind of in a hurry. I have to meet my friends.
Yeah, no problem at all. Really nice to meet you, Faye.
Yeah. Pleasure. Peace. I turn away from her and I pull out my cell phone and I text the guys. I'm like, yo, something really weird's up and I'm not sure who to trust. BT dubs.
The young people.
Would you rather work a fundraiser or be guests? Question mark. Peace, Faye. D. Dot.
Is that to me as
Ben.
well? Is that to Baku as well?
It's to the entire group.
Baku would respond, well, I've heard that she tips really well. So if we're looking to raise money financially, just saying I could do with the money. But also the mission is important too. Of course the mission is important, but also, like, I heard she tips like $150. Like that's repair some windows in my dojo money.
Scarlett will respond and be like, it might be a good idea if not all of us are guests. Some of us be workers, some of us be guests, just to keep all options open and eyes on everything.
I can serve canapes from the shadows.
I text, I'll be working. Brackets music. Winky smiley.
Baku
Meet
sounds
at
like a
the
gift of someone
regular
giving you the
hangout
side eye.
in 10? Question mark. Send.
Get a thumbs up emoji.
Oh, pardon me.
Any emoji.
Baku question mark. Send.
Question me.
The question, am I going to be part of your crew or am I going to be working?
Regular hangout in 10?
Oh,
Question mark.
sure thing.
Cool.
Gwen doesn't answer. None of you have heard from Gwen since last night. When she took off with the book.
I guess. Question mark. Gwen.
Maybe
Anyone heard
she's,
from her? Question mark.
Stop questioning me.
No, I haven't, but maybe she's just researching. She gets really deep into research, so I'm sure she's fine.
All right, then let's give her a bit more time.
So what's the plan?
Guess we're meeting up, right?
We're meeting up at the regular hangout.
Which
You're the one that came up with it, so you have to work out what it is.
I
They
would
just all
say
show up at Scarlett's apartment, and she's like, "So
Yeah.
I was actually gonna say my apartment because I'm kind of lazy and pragmatic. And it means they have to bring the booze as well, which is always a plus.
So wait. Have you messaged us asking us to bring booze?
Meeting at my place, and of course it's bring your own booze, but I always get, I get rent.
Okay.
That sounds kind of. I get rent.
So are we set back? So you're at your apartment now, right?
Yeah.
Suddenly from a window, you hear Baku say, "Hey, how's it going?"
Good. I hope you didn't bring that weird stuff you brought last time with you.
No.
Gave
This
me
time-
headaches for days.
This time I got the good stuff. The kids' parents really came through with this one. I've got this whiskey that is apparently 7 years old. Says it on the bottle, 7 years old. And I don't even know when this was made, so it could be older.
Makes for a good hot dog.
All right.
A joke that no one watching is going to understand, but we will enjoy it, and that's what matters.
That is
So-
what matters.
So Scarlett is just hiding in the shadows, and then she'll like appear and be like, "Yeah, I didn't bring anything. I brought my own." Because you said bring our own. It's just like
Okay.
a little thermos full of whiskey for herself.
It's okay. He brought whiskey, and I think I still have a bit of wine from last time.
You hear something tip over, and you look over towards where the wine is. There's the little black rabbit saying, "Just having a break," and it's drinking the wine.
Oh,
Oliver,
come on.
Come here.
All right.
And rabbits
guess it's
be
gonna-
aged over 21. Is that possible?
I'm a shadow. I'm as old as sunlight. I don't know, something like that.
Going to
Anyway,
be the
we've gotta
whiskey.
go.
I'm not
I
going to
guess.
card you, Oliver. Christ, I mean, do what you want. You're like a magic shadow rabbit. There are no rules.
So Faye grabs 3 tumblers from the top shelf and puts them on the couch table and sits down again and says, "Guys, sit down."
Baku just drinks straight from the bottle, going, "Oh, well, glasses. That's
I
really
don't-
cool, Your Majesty."
Have you ever thought about the fact that maybe some people have little quirks or don't like sharing, or I don't know, just don't want to have the disgusting
You're
taste
right.
of
I apologize.
your spit
You made a
on
backwash.
Force of habit. Okay, I rarely drink indoors. My drinking is usually under bridges, and like,
Okay.
Bottle of Bucky.
Drink
Frosty
on
Jack cider.
bridges. What?
yeah, you just pass it around. Like that's the parties I go to. There are no glasses at my parties. I'm
Speaking
telling you,
of
this,
not from
this is,
Britain.
I'm becoming acclimatized to a new way of being here.
Speaking of parties, there's I don't know what's up, but I'm getting kind of weird vibes from Miss Allie and also like the reporter lady. What was her name? Christina Smith?
Kent.
Kent.
Well,
There's like
anything more than the fact that they're part of the ruling classes and we're part of the oppressed people.
no, like it's kind of weird, first of all, she made like a couple of like clock puns towards me, or actually she just made one and then I overdid it. But still, she said something that reminded me of the Clockwork Kingdom. And then when she said that we should not, or I should not speak to anyone from Webflow, I immediately started thinking of spiders and of the book we were reading. And I find it a bit off that these two are in some kind of fight with each other. And she has a relative working there whose name nobody wants to share.
So he's like Voldemort. I just don't. Anyways.
Yeah, kind of.
So I do agree that something weird is going on. Like the people on that list, like 3 of them seem to be very non-existent, I guess. If you look at their social media accounts, yes, I stalked them. Don't judge me. All the photos are very like stocked photos, like pre-set up scenes. Like this Jason guy, for example, he's the college I currently go to. He's going there for like 10 years. No one's been questioning this until now, apparently.
Well, do you know where he lives?
There's 2 kinds of people that go to college for 10 years. People who really struggle academically and should have our sympathy. And people who are just weird and can't function in real life and just stay around in this bubble forever, hoping to God they can find just one more PhD to do.
Or people that don't really exist or make fake accounts. That is also an option.
That actually sounds more logical and more likely. That actually sounds better than my thing.
But like if he's studying in your campus, he must have like a registered address, right?
I mean, I could send Oliver to go see if he can get into the office. Hey, Oliver, you good? Can you function? Is the wine affecting you? Is the question.
You hear a hiccup. I'm fine. No, of course, I'm a shadow. What the fuck do you want?
Can you go to the university and get into the office and see if you can find information on this Jason person?
Do you have a carrot?
She like pulls out
$5.
She like reaches
give you
into
a
her
shot.
purse, pulls out this giant bag of carrots, and be like, "There, carrots."
The shadowy thump on the table. I'll take one just now. Keep the rest for me. Don't. It looks at each of you two. Don't any of you touch my carrots. I have counted them. I know how many are there. Don't touch my fucking carrots. I'll fuck you up. He takes the carrot and jumps out the window.
Well, he's pleasant.
Then he comes back. Wait a minute. What did you want to know? And the carrot's down to the nub and takes another one out.
Okay, so see if you can find a residential address for Jason.
Sure. Yeah, no problem.
Okay.
Got any carrots?
Go.
Oh, no, wait. I've got carrots.
Yeah,
Jumps out the window again.
So when I was talking to my students, the thing that came up over and over again was Davina Ali was very liked and that she tipped very well. And I've already said this before, but in my experience, people tip well for 1 or 2 reasons. They want to feel better about themselves, or they want the other person to think amazing things about them. Seeing that she is a political operative, it's not exactly absurd for her to be trying to buy goodwill. But if she's hiding some kind of clockwork-based bullshit, that's a way in. We could maybe use her need to appear.
I mean, she didn't react to my I kind of purposefully gave her like clockwork puns and she didn't react to them. Or not really. Like she said she liked spiders. And I mean, that would make sense because they were marrying under each other, but at the same time, why would she then be avoiding Webflow? Is it her husband?
Because she's a politician, and politicians don't want their records or whatever to be in shambles before they even get a chance to like a fighting chance in an election.
But you said, Faye, she was actively telling Webflow to fuck off. Is
Yeah.
that right?
Yeah, that she wasn't interested in their coverage or their clicks and views.
That's suspicious. Every politician that's ever lived will make a deal with these people to get goodwill to try and trick the masses into voting for them. If it isn't clear, Baku is a very, very cynical anarchist. I've decided
Really?
just now.
I'm
I've just
shocked.
decided his politics is that.
But you did say that
Characters evolve.
she had a family member that worked there, right?
Yeah, they also said something about a family, but give me a second.
So this is
I'd like to
personal.
check her husband, like who her husband is on the internet.
She isn't married.
She isn't married.
Has never been married. She's had she's been in the public eye for a while,
Right.
but only started a political career recently. She's had a string of partners, but none that have lasted for long.
Okay. Any other relatives that would be of significance?
None that you can see. There's no. She's been in the city for a few years now, but she's not from the city.
Okay.
Back of your phone rings.
I look at it. Is there a name that comes up? Is it someone I know?
Dave.
Excuse me, everyone. And if you hear anything loud, I'm fine. It's all fine. Baku just leaves the room awkwardly and answers the phone.
Okay.
Hello?
Did you know I had this gig?
Dave, what gig?
I'm doing the event management.
Oh, of course you are.
Did you know I had this gig?
No, I didn't. Look, I'm a bit hard up. I talked to some students. They said they'd put my name forward. I didn't know it would be to you.
Oh, Chris gave me your number.
Like, I know what industry you worked in, but I didn't. What would the chances be in this city of all the events going on Saturday that you would be the one organizing this?
Fair enough.
Like, believe me, like, this is not how I envisioned us talking again after all this time.
I'm going to be there on Saturday night. Do you think you can handle that? I don't want
Can you?
there to be a scene.
I just want the money, Dave.
Okay,
How have you been?
busy. Look, maybe we can talk after Saturday night, but I'm really stressed just now. This has to go perfectly. I'll make sure there's a suit for you waiting. You need to be there an hour before the event starts at the latest, Baku. And I mean at the latest. If you're not there an hour, I don't care. You'll just be turned away. If you're there before, I'll have a suit waiting for you, and you can keep the damn suit.
Thank you, Dave.
It's one I got for your birthday, but you know.
Baku's a little bit bummed out that this is how low Dave thinks of him, but he's also thinking it's fair. So he's just... I'm sorry, Dave. I'll be there.
It's good to hear you.
It's good
I'll
to
see
hear
you
you too.
Saturday.
See you Saturday.
Hangs up.
Baku hangs up, looks down, goes back to the front the front room, picks up the whiskey and doesn't say a word.
You hear a little dun against the window as a rather drunken shadow rabbit comes in. Do you know they make alcoholic carrots? because they do. Well, they don't, but I put alcohol in it, so they do now. Here,
Oliver, you are a genius.
I know.
Tell him.
I knew I liked you, big guy. I got the address.
Okay.
And it gives you,
your bunny needs an intervention.
He's
Oh, the
fine.
bunny's a shadow. He's fine.
How do you intervene with a shadow bunny?
Very
I mean-
strong sunlight.
They don't
Oh.
really have a life to ruin the same way a human does with alcoholism.
Where does this Jason fella live?
Dun-dun-dun-dun. Wait a second, because I don't have my map here. Ba-bum. Talk amongst yourselves while I find my map.
I mean, Baku's just sat down drinking the whiskey and looking really fucking bummed out, but is not going to say anything about why.
You need a hug, buddy.
I don't need a hug. The darkness needs a hug when it sees me coming.
Do you want
Hug
me
the
to make
darkness.
Do you want me to make you like a giant shadow bunny and it can put the sadness away?
Life is too dark for bunnies.
The address you're given is out near the municipal airstrip, out in out in Cross End.
Well,
Is this an address where we can go to punch things? Because I really want to punch things.
Okay, let's not punch things.
Yeah, let's
Let's
first
punch people.
let's check things out. But yeah, I need to go buy something to drink anyway, seeing as I'm not touching that whiskey, and I am not able to share with Scarlet either.
The
Then bring your own.
Oliver
Brought my own.
drops a carrot on your lap. This is a good one.
Just saying it's rude to be this judgy about your guests' offerings.
Yeah, eat the
I-
fucking carrot.
I pick
So-
up the carrot and I
7 years. Someone put this into place for 7 years to make it tastier. And it didn't work, but you got to admit that they tried pretty damn hard.
Yeah, I would have loved to taste that 7-year difference to the non-year difference from the scotch that I buy. The scotch I buy is so cheap that it only has the word scotch written on the label.
That's my normal brand.
In
And that's
Comic
without the T.
Sans. And it's without the T, exactly.
Ushki
So-
bear.
While this conversation is happening, them arguing over the alcohol, Scarlett's gonna be like, "So, I'm gonna go to Jason. Guys, have fun arguing about the alcohol. Bye."
I'm coming
And
with you.
she's like, Bye.
Yeah. I'm joining you guys.
Oh, God.
Aku's arms turn into like some spiky tentacles for a second, just like, I'm ready for this. Then he wheels them back in. It's just
We're
like,
not gonna fight him. We're gonna talk to him first.
okay.
The
But if you could
bunny's
steer the
ears
conversation
kinda
towards
go
a
really
fight,
sharp for
I-
a second. I'm with the big guy.
If we could steer it towards a fight situation, I'd be really grateful.
Baku, I don't know, but you need to work on your anger issues.
I will. On someone's face.
Yeah, but you've got to pick the right moments. Find a hobby where people constantly criticize you. I made mine my profession. How do you think I get into all of my fights? I just wait for them to insult me. Then I'm justified in hitting them.
It
You
must
can't
be
just-
nice.
You can't just go everywhere expecting people wanting to fight you. You have to make them want to fight you.
I've not had trouble so far. Because I keep getting wrapped up in adventures like this, and every time I do, I'm punching people. Me and the Chimera, we are just happy as anything, just punching.
Oh, there he goes with the Chimera again. Jeez.
The Chimera is real. You just saw the tentacles. Like, and yeah,
Ira! Cassie!
We're off to this Jason person's place,
Yeah.
right?
Arrow wakes up and you all head outside. Camera pans away to see a raven sitting on a streetlight looking in the window. Another lands beside it. So you're going to tell her? Pfft, you can tell her. Well, what do you think? Do you think they'll do it? Nah. I bet you a carrot. What's that about carrots? I was talking to the bunny a while ago. Let's get some really good carrots. So, you're going to tell her? Okay, I'll tell her. I think they're going to cause some trouble. And the first one beats his wings and flies up high above the city again. As we see the white spread out, we see more cracks spreading out from Faye's apartment. Very thin, gossamer cracks. And then it goes dark. We are TTRPG Theatre. And yes, we are oh shit. Thank you very much for watching. If you watched or listened or whatever, sorry about any technical difficulties. I am the Cthulhu Kid. I was your GM this evening. My wonderful voice accompanied you throughout this tale. You can find me on social media at the _Cthulhu _Kid. Yeah, let's hand over to the wonderful cast. We will start with Chris. How was your evening, Chris? Who are you?
It was wonderful. Hi, I'm Chris. You can find me on social media under Chris Ubo Music. And I had a wonderful evening playing Faye de Winter.
I love Faye. She's lovely. And then to Michelle. How was your evening, Michelle?
It was good. I'm discovering more things about Baku every time. For example, I've discovered his politics tonight. I have a feeling eventually he's going to have a very long conversation with Davina Ali about, so what are you going to do about imperialism? I have a feeling that's going to come up.
Just smash it all down.
Hell yeah. My name's Michelle Snow. You can find the stuff I do. I'm a journalist. I do stuff at What the Trans on all the places. So just Google What the Trans, you'll find stuff I do.
Yeah.
And there's a Patreon too.
Twitter, Patreon. Thank you.
Yes, I'm
Then
getting
you
better at
forget the
that.
Patreon,
I'm
don't
getting better at that.
Almost.
But yeah, Twitter,
You'll get there.
website, Patreon, read, listen, send money, whatever you want.
All the money. And pizza.
Oh, God, I would love a
May as
pizza
well.
right now.
Try for both.
I'm going to order a pizza after this now. Now you've done it. Now you've done
there
it.
you go. That's my contribution. And Lanny, how was your evening?
I had fun. I'm very confused whether or not Oliver is actually helping Scarlet or if he's a rat, but it's fine. You can follow me at Twitter, on Twitter at Lonhe10, or follow my Twitch at Lonhe. And next Sunday, you can see me on here again playing Rosie Matthews in the Heartland game. So, yeah.
Definitely check that out. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe, like, leave a comment. Tell me I am handsome or an asshole. One of the two. Either's good for me. Yeah, that's about it. So thank you very much, and hopefully see you next week. Goodbye.